All right. You can come and check it out, see if you All right. Hi, everybody. Hi. Good afternoon. Just on time. How are y'all doing today? Good. Excellent. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. I have to say I am amazed at the level of support that we have gotten for these students in all of my acting classes. Thank you for taking the time. You can come on in. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules, taking time off work to come and be here to support your actors as they put on this production of Alice at Wonderland. So, we are going to get started in just a moment here. We're so excited to present this show to you. A couple of safety things to note. Here at stage 7, we have 2 walkways. One walkway is up to the booth, one walkway is to the door. Please keep these walkways clear at all times of bags and feet. Actors do use these walkways in and out of the theater, so we don't want anybody to trip. You can and should take photos and video. We would love it if you would record as much as you want to. Make sure that your flash is turned off so that it is not distracting to our performers. We are going to be having some lighting effects in this show. So if you are sensitive at all to flashing lights, do please note that we are going to have a scene that has some flashing lights in this show. With all of that said, thank you again so much for being here and welcome to Alice at Wonderland.
Blazing speed, unlimited text and talk. Well, sure it has apps. What's the use of a smartphone without apps? I'm late! Ugh, second. Hey, can you pipe down? I'm on the phone. Thanks. I'm late. Seriously? Take it down a notch. Hey, you still there? Great. Now my phone's dead. Thanks a lot, Rabbit. I'm late. Hey, Bonnie. I'm late. Do you know where I can recharge my phone? No time. Is there a cafe close by? Somewhere I can plug it in? What's your rush, Rabbit? Lost in the woods, no phone, no GPS. This must be how the pioneers felt. And now, it's fabulous. It looks like rain. Oh, what an ugly storm. Hey, buddy, I'm talking. Why don't you slow down? What's this? What does it look like? A rabbit hole. Is it safe?
Safe enough!
I should Google it.
No time!
No? I seem to be falling. In fact, I'm sure I'm falling. There seems to be no end. Echo!
Echo!
Alice! I must be getting somewhere near the center. That's like 4,000 miles down. I wonder if I'll fall right through the earth. Then I'd be really far from home. And I bet reception is awful down here.
Then suddenly...
Where am I? Where have I landed? Is this New Zealand or Australia?
The Hall of Strange Doors.
Achoo!
Bless you.
Achoo!
Bless you.
Thanks. Hey, doors aren't supposed to talk, and young girls aren't supposed to sneeze without covering their yappers. I must have caught cold in that ugly storm. Say, I wonder where you doors might lead. Locked. Locked. Then how am I supposed to get out of here? What's this? Maybe this will open one of you. Not me. Not I. It's not us. Then how am I supposed to get out of here? What's this? Maybe this key will open anything. Then I guess I'll just have to break one of you down.
Awful girl!
That would hurt.
How unladylike!
Which one of you shall it be?
She's best. No, she's best.
I'm really much too sturdy.
What about me? What about you? It's the secrets that the key unlocks. But you're such a tiny door. What secrets could you have? Secrets of the other side. What can I find there? A most magnificent garden full of white roses and tiger lilies. It's called Wonderland. What just happened? What do you mean? Everyone started carrying on for no reason. I didn't notice. You didn't notice the music and dancing? Oh, that! By decree of the queen! By decree of the queen? By decree of the queen, that decree is by me. Whenever there is a word mentioned, there shall be music and dancing. Whoever fails at the utterance of the word, at the utterance to dance at a raving lip, it's off with your head. That's some stiff talk. You'll be stiff if you don't obey it. So what's the word? I'd rather not say. But you must have just said it. Truly absurd. Is it roses or lilies? Apparently not. What about white or tiger? If it were, I'd be dancing, wouldn't I? Then the word must be Wonderland. So now you know. One word has all that power. Please don't say it again. My knees are killing me. Describe what wonder or that place is like. It's a world full of nonsense and make-believe, full of beauty, taste, and imagination. And a place to charge my phone? I think it has a Starbucks, Diana. Perfect. How will I fit? I'm too big to go through your frame. What's this? Drink me. Maybe poison. Could be poison.
Probably poison.
It isn't marked poison. If it were marked poison, nobody would drink it. Well, that would be the point, you see. Well, there's only one way to find out. Down the hatch. Here goes. There now. Tastes like Skittles. Oh, I can't watch. Relax. Nothing's happening.
What do you mean nothing's happening?
I'm what?
Vanishing!
My hands, they're shaking, and my feet the size of knives, and my voice. I sound like a Christmas elf. What a curious feeling.
This isn't pretty. Sounds like a telescope.
Hardly a foot tall.
What do I do now? Well, look on the bright side, sweetie cakes. You're now the right side to enter me. Yes, that's right, I am. Oh, but you'll need the key. The key? No, don't tell me. Now I'm too small to reach the key.
What a pity.
Current shame.
One should think ahead before shrinking.
I could just cry.
Now, don't cry. Something will show up eventually.
Like what? What's this? That one's real. I bet it's a pizza roll.
Or a hush puppy.
It's cake. Should I eat it?
That's what it says.
The food here is very bossy.
Don't complain. There are starving children in the world.
I'll eat it. If it makes me bigger, I can reach the key. If it makes me smaller, I'll creep under the door. Either way, I'll get into the garden. Here goes. Which way? It seems I'm remaining the same size.
That's generally what happens when one looks cake.
Wait a moment.
Her face is fattening.
Your thighs, they're bulging.
Curiouser.
My God, she's smelling!
Oh dear. I'm growing so tall. My toes are moving so far from my fingers. I'll never reach them again, and my voice, I sound like my father. Oh, what an awful way for a girl to go through life. 10 feet tall and the voice of a longshoreman. I'll never get through the door now, and I can just forget about prom.
Oh, won't that just be savage if I keep her waiting?
You again. Hey, hang on a sec. Robin. What a weird little bunny. Things are too strange here. From one moment to the next, you can never be sure who you are. Where you're going, how you'll get there.
I really don't meet along the way.
What just happened?
What do you mean?
We're suddenly the same size. You've grown.
Or maybe you shrunk,
But you used to be tiny.
and you were once a giant.
But now we're both normal.
Oh, girly pop, no, there ain't no such thing as normal, not in your world nor mine. It's all about where you're standing and how you're seeing it. Now, the key, girlie, if you please. You make Mr.
Bye, lady. Thanks for not breaking us down. Don't forget to write. We love you. We don't love her. We've known her for 5 minutes. You always got it. So embarrassing.
I'm so sorry about them. Those bureaus haven't been opened in centuries.
I guess I'm off then. This place, what is it you call it? Wonderland? Who are you? I was told there'd be a garden. A garden? And a Starbucks. Explain yourself. The caterpillar smoking the hookah. What a savage update you would make. I said, explain yourself. I've been so many sizes today, I wouldn't know where to begin. You really shouldn't smoke, you know. It soothes me. Studies show that smoking causes more stress than it relieves. Are you a doctor? I read about it online. That's very. But you're not even out of the larva stage. You're still a teenager. Waiting to become a butterfly. Smoking can stunt your growth. And I suppose I'll remain a caterpillar forever. That's too bad. Everyone should grow up at some point. And how do you plan to grow up? Into a butterfly? Well, being a girl, I'll soon grow into a woman. Does a woman have wings? No. A woman looks very much like I do, except more developed in places. Please, there are things a caterpillar doesn't need, no? Sorry, TMI. TMI? Too much information. Why not simply say too much information? It's an abbreviation. You've wasted my time. A caterpillar's life isn't long. But abbreviations are meant to save time. But if you have to explain them, they're more trouble than they're worth. I think we should agree to disagree. I think we should agree that I'm right and you're wrong. Can you tell me where the garden is? If I knew where the garden was, I would have eaten it by now.
Read all about it. Hot off the presses. Queen to play croquet. Win invites not to furry game of croquet. Get your daily toast. Get your Trout Tribune. Extra, extra. Breaking news. Croquet today. In the garden. Details inside. Extra, extra.
In the garden? I'll take one of those.
What a witch kitten taste. Clearly, she wants a Trout Tribune.
I think you prefer daily toast.
Would you rather have a paper that gives you the news or a paper that gives you the warts? For the last time, frogs don't cause warts.
Which will it be, Sweetkins? Well, what's the difference between the two papers?
One's written by a frog, the other's written by a fish.
Those aren't really selling points.
What are you trying to say? Are you being a big mouth?
Tell you what, just give me one of each.
Hey, you got it. That'll cost 2 flies.
2 flies?
Cost 2 flies I cost you.
But I don't have 2 flies. How much for yours?
2 worms, but I'll bring it down to a worm and a half.
I'll match the price. I'm afraid I don't have any flies or any worms.
What do you got?
I'm afraid I have nothing to offer you.
So long, Possible. You're out of luck. See you later, Bright Eyes.
Wait, the garden where the Queen's croquet match is to take place. I must find it. It's one of the reasons I've come to Wonderland.
Quickly into the woods there. Straight shot. But be careful. There are some strange characters in those woods.
Stranger than a frog and a fish selling newspapers?
Yup. Read all about it. Hot off the presses. Queen to play croquet.
Print is so dead.
I'm late.
Crazy, Rabbit. That's no reason to run me over.
Queen's croquet. I have to go.
I know already. Chill. Aren't you going to help me out?
No time.
Then at least let me follow you to the garden.
Your little legs couldn't keep up with mine.
You know, you should take Xanax. My mom says...
No time for pharmaceuticals.
Hey, wait. Which way? Now what? A cat? Here, Puss Puss. What are you doing out in these woods?
I should ask you the same thing.
Oh, you can speak.
This is news to you.
My cat Dinah, she can't speak.
I'll wager that she can, but she chooses not to.
Oh, she tries, but whenever she opens her mouth, all that comes out is,
Meow.
yes.
Oldest trick in the book. It's not that she doesn't talk, it's that she doesn't talk to you.
That's a very cruel thing to assume.
I assume nothing.
Can you tell me which way I ought to go from here?
That depends a good deal on where you want to get to.
At this point, I don't much care where.
And it doesn't matter where you go.
So long as I get somewhere.
Oh, you're sure to do that if you only walk enough. Over there lives a hatcher, and over there lives a March hare.
Over there is the house of Tweedledum and Tweedledee, and along that way you'll find Humpty Dumpty on his wall. Visiting any you like? They're all mad.
But I don't want to go among mad people.
You can't help that. We're all mad here. I'm mad. You're mad.
How do you know I'm mad?
You must be, or you wouldn't have come here.
Can't you be still?
Be still.
You keep coming and going, like bad Wi-Fi. It's very rude.
Do you play today? Croquet?
Oh, I'd like to very much, but I wasn't invited.
Well, you need an invitation. As long as you have the proper equipment.
A mallet and ball?
A hedgehog?
And a flamingo.
I don't see what those have to do with croquet.
How would you know if you haven't played?
I'm getting a headache talking to you.
Is it my fur?
It's your grin.
I'm of the opinion that more cats should grin. We'd have a much rosier reputation.
I seriously doubt that.
Ah, the tea party's underway. I wonder if they keep me a seat. No matter if they have it, I can never stay. It's just nice to be thought of. I'll be on my way now, and I'll be taking my grin with me.
But there's tons of room. I see. This spot will do, don't you think?
Maybe we're waiting for others.
What others?
That's for us to know and you to believe.
But I don't believe you. I think you're lying to me. I think you don't want me here.
It's true, we don't want you here.
Well, I am here, and I'm not leaving, and I'd love some refreshments. Interloper.
Have some wine.
I don't see any wine.
There's none.
Then it wasn't very civil of you to offer it.
It wasn't very simple for you to come sit down with us.
Good one, zing! Why don't we all just let it go and try to get along?
Your hair needs cutting.
What's that?
Your hair, it needs cutting.
Absolutely not.
Are you attached to that position?
Firmly.
Stubborn girl.
It isn't polite to name call.
What would you like to let him out your hair and choose himself?
What does he know about hair cutting?
He's a hatcher, he shaves heads.
Out of the question.
Why is her from like a hard
A riddle? I like riddles. Why?
I haven't the slightest idea. Nor I.
It's a waste of time to ask riddles without knowing the answer.
Must everything have an answer? Question. But I haven't an answer. Nor I.
I'll Google it later.
Google it.
Google has all the answers.
Well, I don't care for him. Versus Google.
It's not a person, it's a search engine.
Well, I don't care for him. I want his engine. Does he treat you well?
What day of the month is it?
4.
2 days wrong.
What a funny watch. It tells the day of the month, but doesn't tell the hour.
The year comes. Does your watch tell the year?
No, but that's because it's the same year for such a long time.
Such as mine.
You've lost me.
The year comes and goes. The hours stay the same.
That's messed up.
If you even tell us either time, everything would be clear.
That's not logical.
It must be logical. Take some more to me?
I've had nothing yet, so I can't take more.
You can't take less either.
No one asked your opinion.
Who's being snarky now?
Keep your tea and your butter and biscuits. I've had enough. You two should be ashamed treating a guest in this way. Whatever happened to manners?
Must have died with the time.
I'm sick of your riddles and phrases and mind games. You think you're so clever, but you're really just a couple of stuck-up old creeps.
That about captures us.
Goodbye and good riddance.
If only she realized what? That we are what she dreams. We are her inventions. Which also means if she wakes up, we die. That's very sad. Indeed. But we must make time of what we have left. I'm tired. So tired. What time is it? Tea time. I'm late. I shall make haste or I shall be late.
If you did what I said, you have to pay, you know. Contrast, I think if you're alive, you ought to speak. Well, you were taken by surprise? You could say, let's turn what makes of us. I've never come across anything like the two of you. You've begun wrong. The first thing in a visit is to say, how do you do? Okay then. How do you do? There, now we're afoot. Properly afoot. I was hoping you could tell me the best way through these woods. Next, it's so dark. Next, we dance. But the sun's almost gone. We dance now. Isn't it unsafe? Dancing? Nonsense. Just follow our lead. Here we are on the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we are on the mulberry bush, so early in the morning. Here we go on the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go on the mulberry bush, so early in the morning. Tingfishes are quite enough. We shouldn't overexert. It's bad for the joints. It's bad to the feet. I can keep going. If you want to know what's best for you, it's full quality to continue. What we need now is some water. What we need now is an oxygen tank. What's that strange noise? My wheezing. My panting. No, it's coming from over there. Oh, it's just the King of Hearts noise. Come on, look at him. He's a lovely sight. I'm afraid he'll catch cold sleeping on the damp grass. He's dreaming now. About what, I wonder? You don't know? It's impossible to know what someone else is dreaming. He's dreaming about you, I wager. How could you possibly know that? Because you're here, and if you left off dreaming about you, where do you suppose you'd be? I'd still be here, the same as now. You'd be nowhere. What do you mean? If the king were to wake, you'd go out. Bang! Like a candle. The two of you don't know what you're saying. If I'm only a thing in his dream, what are you, I'd like to know? Ditto! Ditto, ditto! Hush, or you'll wake him. Kaput. If you were to wake, we'd all go out. Kaput. You know very well you're not real. I am real. You're not going to make yourself a bit realer by crying. If I wasn't real, I wouldn't be able to cry. Those aren't real tears, you know how. That's it. I've wasted too much time with the two of you. I better be getting out of these woods. It's getting darker by the minute. Do you think it'll rain? No, I don't. At least not under here. No how. It might rain out there, but we've no objections. Selfish things. Good night. What's that now? Oh dear. Oh dear.
What if they flat cloud that? And I do believe it's got wings. The Jabberwock! The Jabberwock! The Jabber what? The Jabberwock is here! Run! Run! The Jabberwock! Jabberwock?
Jabberwocky, Jabberwocky, twas broken and slippy toes.
Did Garen give them in the wind?
All men see where the girl goes, and the mole rats not grave.
Beware the Jabberwock, my son.
The claws that bite, the claws that catch.
Beware the jub bird and shine. The permanent treasure snatch.
He took his four-piece sword in hand.
And his eyes
So rested he by the cottonwood tree, and stood a while and thought,
And as an uppish thought he stood.
the Jabberwock with eyes that flame.
came whistling through the tulgey wood, and circled as it came,
1, 2.
1, 2.
and through. His purple blade went snicker-snack,
He left it dead with its head.
He went galumphing back.
and hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my dearest boy.
Oh, proud to stay.
Kalu,
Calais, he tore on his joy.
'Twas brilliant and slithy toes.
did Garen give them in the wind?
All men see where the girl goes, and the mole rats not grave.
Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky.
Vacuum looks just like an egg. Hey, I heard that. You can't deny the resemblance.
It's very provoking to be called an egg. Very.
I said you look like an egg, sir, and some eggs are very pretty, you know.
Stop mumbling to yourself. Tell me your name and business.
My name is Alice.
That's a stupid name. What does it mean?
Must the name mean something?
Of course. My name means my shape, and a very handsome shape it is. But with your name, your shape could be anything.
Why do you sit here all alone?
Because there's no one to sit with me.
Don't you think you'd be safer down on the ground? That wall's pretty narrow.
Tremendously easy riddle to ask. And no, if I were to fall, the king has promised me with his own mouth to
send all his horses and all his men.
yes. How'd you know?
It's in a book.
A book.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty together again.
Yes, all the king's horses and all the king's men. They'd pick me up and they would.
What a lovely belt you've got on. Or is it a scarf?
It's a scarf. It's a scarf, child. Can one not tell the difference between a belt and a scarf?
You're such an odd shape, it could be either one.
It was a gift from the king and queen.
Was it really?
Yes, it was an on-birthday present.
I beg your pardon.
An on-birthday present. A present that you get when it's not your birthday.
I like birthday presents the most.
How many years are there a year?
365.
And how many birthdays do you have?
1.
That's 364 days to get an on-birthday present and 1 for a birthday. There's glory for you.
I don't know what you mean by glory.
Of course you don't. You don't know what I mean until I tell you what I mean. I mean, there's a nice knockdown argument for you.
But that's not what glory means.
It means what I say it means.
You decide?
Of course I decide. One must master one's words before they master them. And some of them have a temper. Particularly verbs. They're the proudest adjectives you can do anything with, but verbs, but not verbs. However, I have mastered a great many of them. Impenetrability, that's what I was saying.
What's impenetrability mean?
Impenetrability means that's good and you prefer not to spend the rest of your life here trying to figure out what it means.
That's a lot to make a word mean.
When I make a word mean extra, I pay it 1. family. They're a very happy bunch when unpaid. I know all words. Thus I can explain all poems ever invented, and a great many that haven't.
It's impossible to know all words.
Many of them are great friends of mine, or at least acquaintances.
I bet I could stump you.
Stump me?
I bet I can find a word online that you don't know.
Online.
Oh, but wait, my phone doesn't work.
Phone.
Yeah, my smartphone.
What's so smart about it?
Well, if it were charged, I could access the internet.
The internet?
Yeah, you know, the internet.
I dare say you have something. Frack you.
But I haven't even...
Shush, now it's time for you and your bizarre words to be going. Goodbye.
Goodbye?
Are we not done here?
I was hoping you could point me in the direction.
No, I can't.
I haven't finished.
I don't point, it's rude.
If you could just tell me where the garden...
I won't. I can't and will not. I won't and I will not.
Okay then, if you say so, till we meet again.
I dare say if we did meet again, I wouldn't recognize you. I wouldn't know you.
Because of my face?
Your face is just so like others. Your eyes on top, your nose in the middle, and your face on top, and your mouth on bottom. Let's say if your eyes were on the side, your mouth on top, then I'd remember you. Then.
It wouldn't look nice.
It wouldn't look nice, but it wouldn't look nice. But you're missing the point. See, now you're missing the point. The point is, that I would remember you if you looked different.
Okay then, goodbye.
Did you feel that?
Feel what?
Slippage.
Slippage?
I feel uneasy, unsettled, unhinged. I'm slipping!
Slipping?
I'm slipping! Call the king! Call the king!
Oh no, that's not good.
How are you getting on?
We'll never find this garden. Where'd you come so far? I just want to go home.
You can't go home without finding the garden.
I'll backtrack. I'll retrace my steps. What good will that do? I'll leave the way I came.
Leave, but you just arrived.
I feel like I've spent half my life here.
And then it's getting slower here.
All the more reason for me to be going.
You'll find the going is harder than the coming.
Then won't you help me find the garden?
You're not far.
But which way?
Listen to the sound of the laughing flowers.
In the garden?
Listen for it.
I don't hear anything.
The flowers in the garden. You can hear them.
Hear them?
Laughing.
That's ridiculous.
Perhaps you should stop saying that.
But flowers can't talk.
You prefer your flowers to be sad?
Flowers don't have emotions.
Oh no, you haven't spent much time in gardens.
If my phone worked, I'd prove it.
Maybe it's time for you to put your phone away and take note of the world you live in.
It's impossible to know where you stand here with everyone sprouting such nonsense.
You keep adding these ridiculous words nonsense to your surroundings. Consider one of these words a better suited for you.
But come on, laughing flowers? Really?
Again, you've missed my point.
Wait, you're fading.
My grin is scheduled elsewhere.
You're disappearing.
Yeah, correct.
I'll ask once more, where is this garden?
But I've already said.
Why do you have to be so evasive and difficult?
I'm a cat.
Please come back.
Follow the sound of the laughing flowers.
What an odd sight she was.
She was all puffed up.
With 9 points.
Petals like stars. None like I've ever seen.
Possibly she's a new flower. Or a very old one. The Cheshire Cat was right. Laughing flowers. This must be the garden.
Well, well, here comes another.
Similar in ways. So less faded.
And less withered. What is that? Those shoes?
As anyone worth talking to.
And can all flowers talk?
As well as you can, and a great deal louder.
I'm Alice. I have no recollection of a flower called
Alice.
Well, I'm not.
Flowers don't have legs. You're no rose, that's for sure.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, are you implying that you're better than us?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's generally accepted that roses are the most loveliest of flowers.
You are so high and mighty. Always going around like you're you-know-what doesn't stink.
It doesn't. I'm a rose.
Oh, the gall. You see, this is why I can't be around you.
Because you feel inferior?
Okay, that's it. If I could get at you, you'd be in trouble, Rosie.
You're all talk, Lily.
Shut up, Violet. Hey, don't be bad to shut up. You shut up too, Daisy.
I hate when you guys fight over me.
Ladies, stop bickering.
Who are you to tell us what to do?
Yeah, who are you? If you don't hold your tongues, I'll pick you.
Oh, no, she did.
You're no flower, you're an animal. That's true, actually. I feel nauseous.
It's a fate.
Life is cruel. Don't worry, I won't pick you, but I do need your help. Who is it that you're describing earlier?
Earlier, I couldn't say.
Flowers have very short-term memories. You said she had 9 points.
That doesn't ring any bells.
We're all having a good laugh over her.
Laughing? Us? Together? That seldom happens.
I think the person you were describing may have been the Queen of Hearts, and I'm desperately trying to find her croquet game. Is that the queen there?
I'll hear no more on it.
Listen to reason, Dumpling. There will be other days for croquet.
Just partial to this one. Croquet will go on.
But there's rain coming. Look at that storm cloud there.
Rain?
Rain?
Did they say rain?
You said rain!
Rain!
Etc. Yeah, this is wretched, just wretched.
There will be other days for croquet.
I was partial to this one.
We could play chess instead.
I'd rather watch beheading.
There's not one scheduled for today. You cleared your slate to play croquet.
Then we must schedule some immediately.
For what offense?
Someone must pay for the rain.
I don't mean to interrupt. Are you perhaps the Queen of Hearts?
No, I'm the milkman. What's it look like, child?
My name is Alice, so please, Your Majesty.
It doesn't.
Just the same, it's a great honor to meet you.
Curtsy when you address me, girl. This isn't the rodeo.
Yes, of course. Your Majesty, it is most awesome to be in your presence.
Awesome.
Really awesome.
What a queer tongue she has. What did you say?
Borderline gibberish.
Where do you come from? Where are you going? Look up, speak nicely. Don't twiddle your fingers.
She hates finger twiddling.
Where I've been and where I'm going, it's not easy to say.
Try.
Well, I fell down a rabbit hole, you see, and I came to some talking doors. I went through one of them, and, well, I lost my way.
Your way. I don't quite know what you mean by your way. All the ways you belong to me.
Yes, without question. I should have known.
There's much you should know.
Nicely put, Dumpling.
Don't call me something in public.
Sorry.
Shut up.
As you wish.
Where was I?
Where were you when?
Before this noodle of a girl interrupted me.
Noodle?
I couldn't say.
I was on something about going on with something important.
As I recall, I believe it had something to do with dessert recipes.
No. I was going on. Someone must pay for the rain.
Oh, yes, I remember now. Well, we'd better take shelter.
Her! She must pay for the rain.
Me?
She must be punished.
Really, dear, think about this.
I want heads to roll. Why won't you give me what I want?
Really, my dear.
Guards, guards, where are my guards?
Up, 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 up. Did you say guards or carts?
Either will do.
Well, we're at your service, ma'am.
Off with their head!
You can't behead someone over a little rain.
I can and I will.
She rules by extreme measures.
I only wanted to see the garden.
Was it to your liking?
It's not worth dying over.
We all lose our heads sometimes.
King, please, you have to help me.
Really, my sweet, the girl is right. A little rain is no reason to behead someone.
Can and I will. I want heads to roll. Why won't you give me what I want?
I will, my sweet, I will, but maybe we should consider a more serious charge?
Not rain.
A crime more befitting the punishment.
Not rain.
Not rain.
But instead.
Instead, a crime where the chopping off of one's head isn't so extreme.
I see, like theft.
A theft. Now you're thinking.
Is this how they always talk? Mm-hmm.
Can you think of a theft, a recent theft, so terrible, so ghastly, that it might justify the loss of one's head?
This morning, I think my tarts were stolen.
Oh, the horror!
Yes, this very morning, my tarts were ransacked.
Your tarts were ransacked, and you're only now telling me?
Remembered of it now. You just made that up. You dare accuse the queen.
This tart thief must be brought to justice.
Post haste.
Whom do you suspect?
There could have only been one person.
Whom, my love, whom?
The Maid of Hearts. Alice. Alice? Alice?
Alice?
Dun, dun, dun. That's not true. I haven't met you till now. Maid of Hearts. Maid of Hearts is standing before us.
Of course, it's all fitting together.
Nothing's fitting together. You're all crazy. Off with their head. King, please, you have to help me.
Shouldn't we hold some kind of trial?
Yes, I demand a trial. Waste of time. But you've proven nothing yet.
Very well, there will be a trial. Immediately, I command it. And everyone must attend to see this fiend brought to justice. Everyone, I say, everyone who calls their home Wonderland! Has the jury reached a verdict?
Trial hasn't started yet.
Oh. Yes. First witness.
The court calls strange doors to the stand. What's your name?
I'm a door.
Yeah, and where did you meet this Alice?
In the hall of strange doors.
What were you doing there?
I'm a strange door.
Oh, yeah, right. How do you acquaint this girl?
She's okay.
So you like this Alice?
But I know okay, sure. Well, except there was this one thing.
Yes?
It's too much, there's too much.
For the sake of the court, you must mention it.
It's unspeakable.
Take your time.
I've never been so afraid.
We have to know.
Okay, well, me and my friends, she threatened to break us down. She did the same to us. She threatened to peck us. Yeah.
And me, she knocked mine off my wall. I had a great fall. This trial is becoming a circus.
Witness excused.
Must we continue judging from the doors they seem open and shut? Next we call Mad Hatter to the stand.
I beg your pardon, Your Majesty, for bringing news in. I hadn't quite finished my tea when I was sent for.
Take off your hat.
Tis mine.
Stolen.
I keep them to sell. I've none of my own. I'm a hatter.
Is that so?
A very fine one indeed.
Where do you meet this Alice?
At tea time?
You invited her to tea?
Dear me, no. Why would I do that?
Well, then how is it for you to say that you guys have met?
She sat herself at our table, mind you, and gobbled up all the crumpets.
She did. I was there, every crumpet in sight.
And that's not the worst of it.
There's more?
She mocked the dormouse's story.
This is more disgraceful by the minute.
She mocked him until he was nearly humiliated.
His story was nonsense.
The Dormouse's story was an examination of life and death and everything in between. Isn't that right? Isn't that right?
Object.
You agree?
I agree.
You see.
You're all mad.
Just like the cat said.
Call the next witness.
But I'm not finished with this one yet.
He's eating. Time to move on.
Fine. We call Tweedledee and Tweedledum to the stand.
State your names for the court.
I'm Dee. I'm done.
So you are.
And where did you meet this Alice?
In the woods.
And
She accosted us in the woods.
she accosted you.
Accosted us in the woods. She did.
How did this Alice accost you?
She forced us to dance, and by doing so, nearly ended us. That's not true. You asked to dance with me. And why would we do that? Dancing is not our strong suit. No how.
So after she so-called accosted you, you nearly died. What happened?
You don't know. You don't want to know.
You really don't.
You'll never sleep soundly again.
Know how.
Well, I really need to know, for the sake of the court.
A dark black cloud came over us.
Dark and thick.
The Jabberwock!
The Jabberwock! The Jabberwock! A thief and a murderer. Wherever she goes, the Jabberwock follows, you see?
Guilty! Guilty on all counts of stealing tarts from the Queen of Hearts.
Off with her head!
Off with her head! Off with her head! Off with her head! Wonderland! Off with her head! 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 Off with her head!
Sorry, excuse me. I have to get that for real.
This is Alice.
Thank you all so much for coming to our production of Alice at Wonderland. All right, would one of you mind grabbing the house lights? They are just to the right of the door as you come in. Thank you much. Thank you all so much for attending our production today. We're so excited and glad to have been able to share it with you. We hope you enjoyed it. As kind of a final note, one of our actors sadly is ill today and could not be with us. This is why I was filling in Delilah's role. So thank you again for coming. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules. If you would like to come and say hi to your actors, now is the time. Come on out, actors.
like